to catch that massive lead that the 528 of Chaz Spires had built. So Chaz Spires will be your stock appearing import heat race winner. Next up, it'll be the junior division for the Go-Karts. The 18 of Nathan Knoll and the 33E of Easton McKittrick. Green flag is in the junior one heat race. McKittrick to get that lead away from Knoll. McKittrick will look on the outside in that blue 33. He's trying to find a hole. He'll go to the outside on the front track, side by side going into one. Nathan Knoll will hold his ground as the race leader. But it's a drag race to turn 3, and McKittrick will pass him on the outside. McKittrick, now your new race leader over the 18 of Nathan Knoll. McKittrick took the white flag that time by, so he'll go through 3. Checkered flag waves for the 33E of Easton McKittrick. And then great run by the 18 of Nathan Knoll as well. The 48 of Collins, and that 48 machine is already out to a massive start. 48 of Hunter Collins. A little loose in turn number 2, driving. We'll see the white flag fly this time by for Hunter Collins. Ari Hicks may not have enough time in order to catch your race leader. Through turns 3 and 4, Hunter Collins is your heat race winner for the Junior Sportsman. Next up is my favorite class, the Kid Kart division. So we're going to start them on the line like we would with the motorcycles, as it's a bit too much in order to keep them in a double file grid. Doing a slow start. So we have the 0H of Owen Hammond, the 4 of Grant McKittrick, the 8 of Corbin Stotts, and the 95 of Chase Westerfield. The 0H of Owen Hammond out to the early lead here with the 4 of Grant McKittrick right behind him in the second spot. The 95 of Chase Westerfield in that red machine sits in third with the 8 of Corbin Stotts rounding out the field. McKittrick looking to take the lead from the 0H of Owen Hammond. But Hammond is just too quick. He'll have about a 3-car length lead. Corbin Stotts in that 8 machine sits in that third spot as he overtook the 95 of Chase Westerfeld. Spin out on the front stretch. That is the 0H of Owen Hammond as the 4 of Grant McKittrick goes by. New race leader as he'll see the white flag fly this time by. Around over in turn number 2, again goes Owen Hammond in that 0H. He'll get fixed and turned back around. Out of turn number 4, though, it'll be the 4 of Grant McKittrick picking up your kit car heat race win. Owen Hammond comes home second. The 8 of Corbin Stotts in third, and rounding out the field last but certainly not least is the 95 of Chase Westerfeld. Back to the adults now. We'll have the Clone Heavy class. The 28 of Brandon Combs, the 44 of Alex Bowman, the 85 of Zach Morgan, the 731 of David Wetzel. Green flag flies out of turn number 4. Wetzel, who started outside of the front row, drops all the way back. The orange 3 out front. He's got about a 5-car length lead over the 28 of Brandon Combs. Alex Bowman in that 44 sits in third with the 85 of Zach Morgan on his tail. Second through fourth, all nose to tail as they're jockeying for position. Zach Morgan moving up to that second spot as he goes by both the 44 and the 28. So he'll go from 4th to 2nd all in one shot. Brandon Combs having problems as he goes straight backwards as Alex Bowman will look to the inside to get around. Move Alex Bowman in that 44 up to the 3rd spot as Brandon Combs in the 28 moves back to 4th. Your race leader, the orange 3 that's out front. We'll see the white flag fly this time by. He'll go around the 731 of David Wetzel as the lap traffic starts to show up through 3 and 4. The orange 3 will be your Clone Heavy heat race winner. The 85 of Zach Morgan second, the 44 of Alex Bowman third, and the 28 of Brandon Combs fourth with the 731 of David Wetzel rounding out the field. to the kids here in the go-karts. It'll be the Junior 2. It'll be the 24 of Cruz Spile on the pole. The 22 of Morgan Westerfeld. The 10 of Justin Lanner. And rounding up the field is the 1 of Peyton Neal. Problems in the starting gate for the 22 of Westerfeld, but they get that machine up and running. We'll have the green flag fly this time out of 4. Flag 10, not wasting any time, by Morgan Westerfeld for that second spot. Your first through third, all nose to tail. Looking to get around each other. The 10 of Lanner, looking to the underside of your race leader of Spile. He'll get around in turn 3. Spile turn left and down on the right quarter panel of Lanner. That'll send Lanner up the track. That'll put the 22 of Morgan Westerfeld in the lead. Lanner's now got to work his way all the way back up the field. He'll pick one off, move himself into that third spot. Westerfeld out front. The 24 Cruz Spile sits in second currently, but he's got company with the 10 Justin Lanner. Lanner will go back by the 24 in turn 3. And Lanner in that 10 machine will set their sights on the 22 of Morgan Westerfeld. White flag flies this time by. 1 lap to go for the 22 of Morgan Westerfeld. Morgan Westerfeld is your Junior 2 heat race winner. Followed by the 10 of Justin Lanner, the 24 of Cruz Spile, and the 1 of Peyton Neal. Randy or Chuck Oakes, please come to the front to see Megan. Randy or Chuck Oakes to the front to see Megan. And we're off with the animal heat race here at Lawrenceburg Motorcycle Speedway. The 32 of Joe Thomas is out front, followed by the 56. I apologize, the 3B of Stephanie Bross. Then the 56 of Rob Stewart, and rounding out the field, it is the 3 of Joe Warren. Your top 3 nose to tail. Put a little separation between second and third, between Bross and Stewart, but that'll get close right back up over in turn 3 and 4. Doing a great job of holding off that 3B, but here she comes to the inside. She'll have the lead in 3. But she'll have her head stroke now that she's out front. Joe Thomas not looking to give up lightly. He'll want that lead back, but he'll have one more lap to do it as they see the white flag this time by. Bross out front, the 3B. Joe Thomas in the 32 52, Rob Stewart in the 56, and the 3 of Joe Warning. And that's how they're across the line here in the Animal Heat Race at Lawrenceburg Motorcycle Speedway. Chuck or Randy Oakes, please come to the front. Chuck or Randy Oakes, please come to the front. Next up, it'll be the Run What You Brung. The 20S of Jordan Scott. And the 17 of Trent Start. We're missing the 57 of Nick Brown. Did not make the call. Out of turn number 4, green flag flies in the Run What You Brung. By about 6 car lengths over the 17 of Trent Start. Around in turn number 4 goes the 17. Turn back around. He'll be a half a lap down, but he'll try to make that time back up. Comes off the 17 of Trent Starr. It looked like he was going to pull off too, but he'll make one more lap and claim the Run What You Brung Heat Race win. Next up, it'll be the Junior 3 division. On On the pole yet again, it'll be the 19G of Brady Godwin. Outside the front row, it'll be the 75 of Ricky Bernard. The 12 of Adam Knoll. The 0 of the 19 of Mason Westerfeld. And the 3 of Landon Kane, and the 8 of Peel. In that second spot, Knoll gets a hard hit from the 19 of Mason Westerfeld, as Westerfeld will take that third spot. Westerfeld, that 19, all the way up to third. Battle for the fourth spot now as Landon Caton at 3 wants the fourth spot from the 12, Adam Knoll. Godwin out front by about 8 car lengths over the 75 of Bernard. Bernard has about 10 more car lengths back to Westerfeld. Caution flag flies as problems over in turn number 4. That is the 3 of Landon Kane, who went around over in at the top of turn number 4 against the wall. He'll get that thing turned back around and he'll join the tail end of the field. A big break for the 75 of Ricky Bernard, as that'll give him a free shot all the way back up to the back bumper. ATVs and bikes start making their way to the starting grid. Brady Godwin will see the green flag yet again. Ricky Bernard this time all over the back of him. Bernard looks to the inside. Bernard will have the race lead on the backstretch. Don't count at the 19 of Mason Westerfeld, who's sitting there biding their time. White flag flies, 1 lap to go. Brady Godwin looking to make a move. He's got to run down the backstretch, looking to the inside of Bernard. He'll back off. He'll wait till the front stretch. They'll come out of turn number 4. It'll be the 75, Ricky Bernard. Takes your Junior 3 heat race win. Brady Godwin runs in that second spot, and then rounding out the top 3, it'll be the 19 of Mason Westerfeld. That'll do it for the go-karts here in the heat races. Next up, we'll have the ATV 2 class. There were 3 on the sheet. I see 2 on the track. Third entry, 19 trying to get that thing started here on the front stretch. That entry fires up and will join the field. here in the ATV2 heat race. Dylan Cruisenberry in the 41 will end up second as the 19R of Robert Schneebelt will round out the field. That'll do it for ATVs as we now move on to the stock Mad Dogs. The 13 of Josh Sway, the 22 of Landon Carpenter, the 29 of Benjamin Oldfield, and the 69 of Morgan Ganance. Light goes green. Whole shot won by the 13 of Shui. First through third, close battle. Ganance over in turn number 4 had a small bobble, but won't make a difference as they'll get back up to your race leaders. Two-car lengths separate each of your race leaders. Very close battle for the front one. Mistake will have their head. They're all bunched up in two. Ganance down the backstretch will take that second spot. They're looking to go 3 wide coming out of 4. The 29 of Benjamin Oldfield not done yet. He wants that second spot back. White flag will fly this time by Josh Way out front. Morgan Ganance in that second spot. Benjamin Oldfield rounding out the top 3. And rounding out your field is the 22 of Landon Carpenter. Out of turn number 4, Josh Way will win the stock Mad Dog heat race event. They do them. Time for the ATV Open heat race. 3 on the roster to make the call. We're closing the gate with 2 of them on the track. Here comes our last minute rider. So it'll line up like this. It's the same roster as earlier with the 11K of Kevin Schnabel, the 19R Robert Schnabel, and the 41 of Dylan Cruisenberry. Kevin Schnabel with the hole shot. This time Robert Schnabel gets it fired off the line. Hard shot right into the back of the 41 of Cruisenberry. That was the 19R's momentum. It won't take long for him to catch back up to the lead. Kevin Schnabel, that 11K out front, followed by the 41 of Dylan Cruisenberry. And rounding out the field is the 19R Robert Schnabel. Here comes the 41 of Cruisenberry, making a run on your race leader. Looking to make a move sometime soon. It could be there as Schnabel makes a mistake coming off at 2. They're side by side going into 3. White flag flies this time by. Schnabel is still in the lead. Cruisenberry looking to make up ground. Looking a little loose off at 2. That'll open up the room for the checkered flag for the 11K of Kevin Schnabel. Great run by the 41 of Dylan Cruisenberry, coming in second, and the 19R of Robert Schnabel. Time for the Unlimited Mad Dog Heat Race number 1. It'll be the 12 of Aiden Brown, the 13 of Joshua, the 22 of Elena Carpenter, and the 50 of Clark and the 69 of Brandon Skimmerhorn. Morian out to the with Aiden Brown and the 12 all over the back of him. Brown looks to the inside in turn number 3. He'll have the race lead, but it won't be for long as they're side by side down the front stretch. Brown will have the lead at the line. The 50 of Clark Morian. Falling back a little bit on the backstretch. Looked like he was slowed there for a second. He'll get that thing fired back up. The 69 of Brandon Skimmerhorn runs in that 3rd spot. He's not backing down either. White flag flies for your race leader. The 12 of Aiden Brown out front, followed by the 50 of Clark Morian and the 69 of Brandon Skimmerhorn. Aiden will come out of turn number 4 and see the checkered flag in the Unlimited Mad Dog Heat Race number 1. Four bikes to make the call here in the Unlimited Mad Dog Heat Race number 2. It'll be the 29 of Benjamin Oldfield, the 47E of Eric Raderman, the 47 of Zach Lamb, and the 69F of Bruce Dembski. Four wide going into turn number one. The 29 of Benjamin Oldfield will have the slight advantage, but it's still all clustered up there at the front. The 47 of Lamb looks to have the lead at the current moment down the front stretch and into out of 1 and 2. The 29 of Benjamin Oldfield runs in that second spot. The 69F of Bruce Dembski sits in third. Out front by a growing margin as the second and third place bikes battle it out. The 69F of Bruce Dembski goes underneath the 29 of Benjamin Oldfield out on the backstretch. And now Dembski sets his sights on your race leader. Lamb will see the white flag fly this time by out of turn number 4. Dembski sitting in that second spot, trying to track down the race leader. Zach Lamb goes up and over in turn number 2. The 69F of Bruce Dembski will be your heat race winner for the Unlimited Mad Dog heat race number 2. Unfortunate for the 47 of Lamb, led from lap number 2 all the way to the last lap and sent it on its head. We'll see him back later in the feature event to see if he can get that one back. Next up, it'll be the 250cc. The 250cc will line up like this. It'll be the 12 of Morgan Ganam. A sizable lead, about the size of a straightaway over the 9 machine. It out here at Lawrenceburg Motorcycle Speedway. White flag will fly for Garo in that 23. The 23 of Gavin Grove. Here's 50C heat race. Time for your beginner Mad Dog heat race number 1. 4 bikes to make the call. And it'll line up like this. It'll be the 1 of Tristan Benz, the 47 of Zach Lamb, the 47E of Eric Raderman, and the 69F of Brandon Skimmerhorn. To the early lead with the whole shot running in that second spot. In third is the 1 of Tristan Benz and the 47E of Eric Granderman. Skimmerhorn has about a half a straightaway lead over the 47 of Lamb. Lamb has got about another half track back to the 1 of Benz. And the 47E of Eric Raderman. Another straightaway back after that. White flag was flying for Skimmerhorn. After number 4, the 61 victory. Beginner Mad Dog, heat race number 2 will line up like this. It'll be the 13 of Joshua, the 22 of Landon Carpenter, the 29 of Benjamin Oldfield, and the 107 of John Kamal. Joshua in front here after he gets the whole shot. 22 of Landon Carpenter in third with the 107 of Kapal rounding up the field. Of Shui. As he'll come around turn number 4 to see the white flag fly. One more lap to go. Through turns and 4. Flag fly for the beginner Mad Dog, heat race number 2. 29 of Benjamin, 22 of Landon Ball. It'll be the 12 of Aiden Brown, the 69 of Francis Ganesh, and the 32 of Bryson Porter. Brown out to the early lead here in the Wildcat Heat Race. With the 32 of Bryson Porter closing the field. Aiden Brown in that 12 extends the lead. He's up to about a half a straightaway lead here in the Wildcat Heat Race. Shaping up to be a good for this second spot here. A bright order in the 69, France. Ganance in the 69, looking to make a move on the high side. Aiden Brown in the 12, we'll see the white flag fly. That time, Porter still had it by out of turn number 4. Aiden pick up in here, but Francis Ganance, he's making it work on the high line. Can he get the stick? Be an inch at the for the spot. Porter in the 32 and the 69 of Francis Ganance. As the 12 of Aiden Brown picked up the heat race win. The open money 250. We're going to separate them into 2 heat races here. So it'll be the 85 of Lane Walters, the 48 of Trent Lowe, the 33 of the 23. Race here in the open money 250 heat race number 1. As the running order at the current time in the open money 250 heat race number 1. Great battle for the lead and a great battle for the 3rd spot. Oregon, all over the back. Cooper. Has company as the 33 goes last for that 3rd spot as the 48 of Trent Lowe picks up the 3rd place on the last lap over the 85 of Lane Walters. Fantastic racing all around out of that heat race number 1. Time now for heat race number 2. So it'll be the 23 of Gavin Groh, the 12 of Aiden Brown, the 243 of Jared Lowe, and the 44. The 44 out to the early lead. Here with the whole shot. As Gavin Groh, the 23 will field. The 44 goes high this time. He's got that high line kicked in, moving up there on the push. Jared Lowe in that 240. He's looking to hunt down your race. And he'll go back by down the backstretch. Great battle for the race lead. Slide job after slide job. Lowe looking to the back of the inside. Battle off of 2. 44. Number 2. We'll see. And it looks like as long as he keeps it underneath him, he'll come out of turn number 4 as here, open money 250. He race 2. That was the 243 of Jared Lowe, followed by the 44 machine. Then the 12 of Aiden Brown, and rounding out the field, it is the 23 of Gavin Grove. We'll have the 14 of Luther Allen, the 471 of Randy Oakes, the 12 of Francis Ganance, the 9 of Chuck Oakes, and the 17 of Chris Pennington. Pennington with a massive wheelie here on the front stretch, but that'll cost him a lot of time here in this one. The 471 of Randy Oakes out to the lead with the early pull shot. The 9 of Chuck Oakes runs in that second spot with Francis Ganance. In that third spot, we're going to call a red flag for the 17 of Chris Pennington. Stopped over on the track in turn number 3.
I apologize for standing in the way on that one. That was a gnarly wheelie.
So I got it.
You got it a little bit?
At the end.
I was standing right there, and I didn't expect it.
So the 17 of Pennington will go to the infield, and we'll get them relined up. They're off into turn number 1, the 471 of lead. Chuck 9 has that second spot. The 12 of Green Machine, and the 9 going underneath the 471 of Randy Oakes. So new race leader this time by. It is the 9 of Chuck Oakes out front. Francis spot. Randy Oakes in that 471 trying to reel it back in your race leader. He wants that lead back from the 9 of Chuck Oakes. Back up to the race lead. The biggest lead of this race right now for the 9 of Chuck Oakes. As he'll come out of turn number 4 and pick up the over 50 heat race win. Second, the 12 of Ganance in third, the 14. Open singles, 250, heat race number 1 on the 26X of Brandon and the 248 Morian looking Morian. Tight battle up front, Morian, Wilhelm, Lowe, all there with Aiden Brown, only a couple car lengths back. He'll have to fall back in line, but that doesn't mean he's not going to stop trying. And they have the second spot race leader, the 33 Alpha Clark Morian, is extending his lead in the little back row. The payoff. 12 of Aiden Brown around onto the field. Heat race of the night, the Open Singles 250. Heat race number 2 will line up like this. It'll be the 48 of Trent T. Lowe. It'll be the 44 who fought valiantly earlier tonight in 250. It'll be the 69 F. The 48 of Trent T. Lowe, all over the back bumper. He wants the race lead until as they jockey. The 44 out in front with the 48 right behind. The 18 of Josh Sway runs in that third spot with the 9 of Landon Carpenter. Second place drivers driving Motorcycle Speedway. As they come up on the 69 of Landon Carpenter, the 44 gets around clean on the outside on 2. Down the backstretch, Trent Lowe will get around as well. No problems. Josh Sway and the 69 of Landon Carpenter. That'll do it for the heat race action here tonight. We'll take a 13-minute break and we'll start back up the features at 9 p.m. sharp with the Go-Karts back in action for their feature events. Introverts. Well, I'm going to talk to people, so. I need cards. All the kart racing, we will be back at 9 for events. We're going to stay alive during the short intermission. So take a break, grab some popcorn, do whatever you want. Come back at 9 p.m. for the go-kart heat race, the go-kart feature events. I apologize.
hot fade them all.
Yeah, the guy behind you.
I can't see it. Can you see it behind me? Definitely.
It was a field of vision. It was more like a field.
I told this boy he has to watch out. You got the fucking number.
Overweight, undereducated. How's that? At least undereducated. You had to stay back and dump all the other fellas, right?
Yeah, but why did it call swap?
He's never heard it.
If you had 20 kills,
Go-Karts, start making your way to the lineup chute. Go-Karts, start making your way to the lineup chute.
I'll probably do that. I would be down here too. I would be down here.
Make a post on Facebook that we're going live for the features right now. Yeah, we're gonna go live. We've been live all night, but I just want to let everybody know that we're live.
Oh, I might be somebody. No, you're dead. This is something. That's not my way.
I said that.
Yeah, well, somebody over here.
My guy over here.
See how nice I am?
Go-Karts, start making your way to the lineup chute, please. It's 9:02. Let's get this thing going. for the Go-Kart Clone feature. On the pole, it is the L18 of Lexi Elza. Outside of the front row, in the second spot is the 19G of Brady Godwin. Inside row number 2, in the third spot, it is the 28 of Brandon Combs. In the fourth spot, it is the 24 of Jeff Greiser. Inside of row number 3, starting in the fifth spot, it is the 44 of Alex Bowman. Outside of row number 3, the 55 of Dustin Bauer. That is how your first 3 rows line up for your Clone Medium feature event. They'll come through 3 and 4. Green flag flies for Lexi Elza. Not only is Brady Godwin in the 19G out to the early lead through 1 and 2. He started on the outside and he's already got about a 3-car length lead. Elza sitting in that second spot's got company with the 24 of Jeff Greiser. Looking to the inside. Into 1. Alex Bowman, don't count him out. He's in that 4th spot with Brandon Combs running slightly behind in the 5th. Brady Godwin out to already a half a straight lead. Got a 6 lengths to 20. Greiser looking to reel in your race leader. Lexi Elza in the L18 running solidly in the 3rd spot. Brandon Combs looking to move up to the 4th spot. Looking around the 44 of Alex Bowman. Jockeying for position on back out of the top 5. Hard racing here in the Clone Medium feature. No ground lost or gained for your race leader, the 19G of Brady Godwin. Jeff Greiser putting some distance between him and the L18 of Elza. Alex Bowman looking back to the inside of Brandon Combs. They're battling for the 4th spot will let the 33 of Sarah Westerfield back up into the fray. Westerfield will get by the 28 of Brandon Combs. The 55 of Zach Bauer is also running there. He runs in that 6th spot. I apologize, the 7th spot. White flag flies, 1 more lap to go for the 19G. Through turns 3 and 4, Brady Godwin will pick up your Clone Medium feature win. Jeff Greiser in the 24 runs 2nd. The L18 of Alexi Elza in 3rd. The 44 of Alex Bowman in 4th. And the 33 of Sarah Westerfield will round out your top 5. Now time for the stock appearing import. So it looks like only two make the call here in the stock appearing import. That is the 528 of Chad Spires and the 17 of Josh Bell. Out of turn number 4, green flag flies in the stock appearing import. Bell on the outside will have your race lead. Bell gets a little loose off of 4. That'll bring the 528 right back up to the back bumper. This battle here in the stock appearing import is a tight one. Bell puts a little bit of distance back between him and the second place driver of Spires. Coming onto the racetrack, we have another driver with no number. I believe that is the 90 of Chris Nerlinger. Who doesn't have any gloves on at the current moment in time. Josh Bell in the 17 out front of Chaz Spires in the 528. As laps wind down here in the stock appearing import feature, Bell out front of Spires by about 8 car lengths. He'll see the white flag fly this time by out of turn number 4. Josh Bell will pick up your feature win here in the stock appearing import in this 17 machine. Next up is your Junior 1 feature event. The 33E of Easton McKittrick and the 18 of Nathan Knoll will make your lineup. As they come out of turn number 4, they'll see the green flag fly. McKittrick out to the early lead. He's got about 4 car lengths over the 18 of Knoll. Easton McKittrick in the 33E, putting more and more space between him and the 18 of Nathan Knoll here in the Junior 1 feature event. Through turns 3 and 4, the 33E of Easton McKittrick will pick up your Junior 1 feature win. Not too far behind, it'll be the 18 of Nathan Knoll. Now time for the Junior Sportsman or the Junior Cage, whichever you prefer to call it. Doesn't really matter. On the pole, it'll be the 48 of Hunter Collins. And on the outside, it'll be the 98 of Ari Hicks. Green flag flies. Collins will have the early advantage with about a half a car length lead over Hicks. Collins gets a little loose off of 4. That bobble will bring the 98 right back into the fray. Collins gets again loose off of 2. Hicks will lift down the backstretch. That'll put that lead right back to where it was. Collins can't seem to figure out how to keep that thing on the bottom, but he still will maintain the race lead. Ari Hicks needs to figure out a way to get around Collins on the inside. Collins getting real loose off at turn number 4. Ari Hicks still troubled with being in that second spot, trying to figure out a way to get under and around the 48 of Hunter Collins. Collins doing a great job of keeping that thing pointed the right direction. He's got his hands full in this one, but he'll still maintain the race lead here in the Junior Sportsman feature event. White flag flies this time by for Hunter Collins. One more lap around this racetrack. Ari Hicks has 2 more corners in order to make a move here. As they're through 3 and 4, Hunter Collins keeps it underneath him. He'll see the checkered flag here in the Junior Sportsman. Kid Kart division. Again, they'll line up on the front stretch, on the starting line, right in front of the flagman, as they probably are capable enough in order to hold a double file around this track, but it's just much faster and much easier for them to all start on the front stretch here. So it'll be the 4 of Grant McKittrick on the inside. Then it'll be the 0H of Owen Hammond, the 8 of Corbin Stotts, and the 95 of Chase Westerfeld. Green flag flies and we're underway. Owen Hammond in that 0 out to the early lead in the Kid Kart feature. Grant McKittrick in that 4, not too far behind in the second spot, with Chase Westerfeld in 3rd, and rounding out the field is the 8 of Corbin Stotts. McKittrick already caught back up to the back bumper of the 0 of Hammond, looking to make a move here. on the backstretch, looking into 3. It's a drag race. McKittrick looks to the outside. They're side by side down the front stretch. Hard turn to the left. That'll put the body up on top of the motor of the Zero of Hammond's go-kart. That'll also bust the momentum of the 4 of McKittrick. McKittrick will look up high. He'll get up into the marbles and get loose. He's got some ground to make up, as that will send him about 8 car lengths back. Hammond with the damaged right side. No problem for him, as he'll maintain the lead. Owen Hammond, Grant McKittrick, Chase Stotts in the 8 is now up to 3rd in the 95. A Chase Westerfeld rounds out the field. The 4 of Grant McKittrick making progress on that lead, reeling in your race leader of Owen Hammond. He'll have one more lap to do it. We got a close one on our hands. White flag flies. McKittrick gets a little loose off of 4 that time as he went to go by. He's got about 3 car lengths in order to make up, in order to get around your race leader, Owen Hammond. Hammond will go through 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, he'll say the checkered flag wave. Owen Hammond is your Kid Kart feature winner. Next up is the Cologne Heavy feature event. Jacob Peelman in the 8 on the pole. He'll see the green flag. The 85 is Zach Morgan to the outside. Alex Bowman in the 44 runs in that 3rd spot. And Brandon Combs in the 28 runs in 4th. Jacob Peelman out front, the young gun in the 8. He won the heat race. He's looking to win the feature. Zach Morgan in the 85 runs in that 2nd spot. There's about 2 car lengths in between each one of our racers right now. It's kind of a tight one as they're single file. Jacob Peelman out front. Zach Morgan in that 2nd spot. The 44 of Alex Bowman in 3rd, and the 28 of Brandon Combs rounds out the field. One more lap for Jacob Peelman in the 8. Zach Morgan in the 85 looking to hunt the young gun down. Through 3 and 4, Jacob Peelman will be your Cologne Heavy heat feature winner. up, it'll be the Junior 2. On the pole, it'll be the 22 of Morgan Westerfeld. In the second spot, it'll be the 10 of Justin Lanner. Inside of row number 2, in the third spot, it'll be the 24 of Cruz Billy. And rounding out the field, it'll be the 1 of Peyton Neal. Billy, hard charging, moving from that third spot up to the second spot as Morgan Westerfeld drops back to third. Justin Lanner in that 10, way out front. He's building himself already a half a straightaway lead. Westerfeld fighting for that spot back. Westerfeld will have the second spot down the backstretch. Billy with his hands full in that 24 machine. Can't seem to keep that thing straight. But he'll hold into the third spot. Justin Lanner out to a lead, but here comes the 22 of Morgan Westerfeld, reeling in your race leader. That 22. Each lap picks up about a half a car length on the race leader, but will it be enough? Is there enough time left in this feature event here in the Junior 2? White flag flies this time by for Justin Lanner in the 10. Westerfeld drove it hard down into 1 and 2, had a little bobble off of 2, and that'll leave the 10 of Justin Lanner to pick up the feature win in the Junior 2. The animal class is underway with Stephanie Frost in the 3B on the pole. But moving their way immediately to the front is the 32 of Joe Thomas. Rob Stewart in the 56 in that red machine sits in the third spot. And the 3 of Joe Warning will round out the field. Black and purple 32 of Joe Thomas building a lead here in the animal feature. Stephanie Frost running in that second spot, got company as the 56 of Rob Stewart gave him a sweet kiss into 1. Joe Thomas out front with a comfortable lead over the 3B of Stephanie Frost. The 56 of Rob Stewart trying to reel back in that second place go-kart. The 3 of Joe Warning rounding out the field. Thomas, we'll see the white flag fly this time by. 1 lap to go. Cross now catching and reeling in your race leader, but is it too little too late? Here's the animal feature. Through turns 3 and 4. The 32 of Joe Thomas picks up the animal feature win. Great run by the 3B of Stephanie Bross. And the 56 of Rob Stewart coming in second and third. And rounding out the field, it is the 3 of Joe Warning. For the run what you brung, it looks like the only participant we'll have out here is the 17 of Trent Starrett. As the 57 of Nick Brown and the 20S of Jordan Stotts are unable to make the call. We did see Stotts earlier break down in the heat race. That machine probably was not able to be fixed. ATVs and bikes start making their way up. So the 17 of Trent Starrett is out here making some practice laps around Lawrenceburg Motorcycle Speedway. Trent Starrett out of Milford, Ohio. We'll see the checkered flag wave on his practice session here in the Run What You Brung class. Time for the always interesting Junior 3. On the pole, we'll have the 75 of Ricky Bernard. Outside of row number 1, it'll be the 19G of Brady Godwin. Inside of row number 2, in the third spot, it'll be the 19 of Mason Westerfeld. Outside of row number 2, in the fourth spot, it'll be the 12 of Adam Knoll. Inside of row number 3, in the fifth spot, it'll be the 3 of Landon Kane. And rounding out the field, so the green flag flies, and Ricky Bernard from the pole spot in the 75 is out to the early lead. Brady Godwin in the 19G fighting hard to stay there. In the third spot as Mason Westerfeld in the 19, in the gray 19, runs in second, trying to track down your race leader. Brady Godwin will try to capitalize on the mistake by Westerfeld. Over in turn 3, he'll have the second spot through 1 and 2. Godwin now sets his sights on the 75 of Ricky Bernard, the race leader. Mason Westerfeld falling back quickly. Bernard looking like he's sitting still as Brady Godwin goes by on the backstretch. Bernard not backing down all over the back bumper of the 19. Bernard catches through the corner, but gets pulled away from down the straightaways here at Lawrenceburg. Bernard got a little loose off at 2 that time, trying to drive it too hard through 1 and 2. That'll open up the gap between Godwin and Bernard by a sizable margin here. Mason Westerfeld in that gray 19 runs in third, with Adam Knoll in the 12 in fourth. And rounding out the running of the order, it is the 3 of Landon Kane. White flag flies this time by for the 19G of Brady Godwin. Out of turn number 4, checkered flag waves for Brady Godwin. Ricky Bernard finishes in second. Mason Westerfeld third. Adam Knoll fourth. And rounding out the field, it is Landon